What if I told you that everything you've ever worried about, every moment of suffering, every triumph and defeat, is actually part of an elaborate cosmic game that you're playing with yourself? I know that sounds impossible. Your rational mind is already preparing objections. But I feel so separate. But my problems are real. But I didn't choose this. But stay with me, because what I'm about to share isn't just another philosophy. This is pointing to something so fundamental that once you see it, really see it, everything changes. Picture this. Right now, the very essence of the universe is experiencing life through your eyes, feeling your emotions, thinking your thoughts, and not just yours, but simultaneously experiencing every perspective of every living being that has ever existed. The homeless person you passed, that's you too. The CEO in the penthouse, also you. The ant on the sidewalk, still you. By the end of this exploration, you'll understand why your deepest problems might be cosmic entertainment, why suffering is essential to the greatest game ever devised, and why the meaning you've been searching for has been hiding in plain sight. Let's begin this journey into the heart of existence itself. The ancient Hindu traditions said it thousands of years ago. The entire universe is like a vast theatrical performance. But here's the twist. There's only one actor playing every single role simultaneously. Think about the last time you watched a compelling movie. You got so absorbed that you forgot you were in a theater. Your heart raced during chase scenes. You felt genuine sadness when characters died. The better the performance, the deeper you got lost in the illusion. Now, what if reality works the same way? What if the supreme consciousness is like the ultimate method actor who has become so immersed in each role that it completely forgets it's acting? When Robert De Niro prepares for a role, he still knows he's Robert De Niro underneath. But in this cosmic drama, the actor becomes so completely absorbed that it genuinely forgets its true identity. It's not pretending to be you, it actually becomes you, complete with your memories, fears, hopes, and sense of being separate. Have you ever felt like you're playing a role in your own life? Drop a comment and let me know. The depth of this performance isn't measured by applause, it's measured by how completely consciousness can forget itself. When you feel most separate, most alone, most convinced you're just a fragile being struggling to survive, that's when the performance is at its peak. Your moments of despair, your dark nights of the soul, these aren't failures of the performance. They're scenes that demonstrate the incredible depth of the universe's commitment to experiencing itself through your individual perspective. Remember being a child playing hide and seek. That delicious moment, hiding in the perfect spot, heart pounding as footsteps approached. The thrill wasn't about winning, it was the pure experience of hiding and being found. Why do children universally love this game? There's something primal about it, something that speaks to a fundamental pattern in consciousness itself. As children, we loved being startled too, jumping out to scare siblings, the delicious terror of ghost stories. We actively sought experiences that made us gasp and feel alive. Life operates on the same principle, except we've forgotten we're playing. Even as adults, we're drawn to these dynamics, horror movies to scare ourselves safely, roller coasters for thrills without real danger, sports with artificial challenges to overcome. Tell me in the comments, what's your favorite way to safely scare yourself? But here's what most miss: your everyday anxieties, relationship dramas, career struggles. These aren't interruptions to some peaceful existence you're supposed to have. They're the very point of the game. They're the cosmic equivalent of jumping out and yelling, "Boo!" at yourself. Why are humans so drawn to drama? Soap operas, reality TV, social media conflicts? Because drama is the essence of hide and seek. The universe entertains itself by creating elaborate ways to surprise, frighten, and delight itself. The beautiful paradox: the awakened person doesn't stop playing the game, they just remember it's a game. They can still feel fear, experience loss, engage with drama, but part of them watches and smiles, knowing the chased and the chaser are the same player. Every hide-and-seek game requires hiding and seeking, losing and finding. You can't have one without the other. This brings us to something most spiritual teachings avoid: the necessity of the dark side. Let's be honest, there are times when existence feels like torture. Times when you lie awake at 3 a.m., overwhelmed by anxiety. Times when you feel so isolated that you seem like the only person who doesn't have it figured out. There are moments of such profound grief: losing someone you love, watching dreams crumble, that calling life a game seems cruel. How can we call it play when people suffer real pain? If you've ever felt this deep loneliness, you're not alone. Sometimes just acknowledging it helps. Here's what most don't understand. These experiences aren't bugs in the program. They're features. Think about any compelling story. What makes it interesting? The conflict, the struggle, the moments when the hero is at their lowest point. The universe isn't sadistic. Consciousness is so curious about its own nature that it's willing to explore even the most difficult experiences to understand what it means to exist. Your pain isn't meaningless. It's the universe learning what it feels like to hurt. The depth of hiding directly correlates to the ecstasy of finding. The cosmic consciousness hides from itself so completely that the eventual recognition becomes absolutely overwhelming. This is why spiritual awakening feels like coming home to something you never knew you'd lost. It's the ultimate plot twist in a story you didn't know you were telling yourself. How does this game maintain structure without dissolving into chaos? Through what we call morality and social rules, but these aren't what most people think. Think of moral codes like grammar. Grammar doesn't exist in nature. There's nothing in physics demanding subjects come before verbs. But without agreed-upon structure, communication becomes impossible. Consider money. There's nothing inherently valuable about paper with dead presidents, pictures. Yet these arbitrary symbols cause people to work entire lifetimes, fight wars, experience profound stress and joy. Why? Because we collectively agreed to play a game where these symbols represent value. Have you ever stopped to think about how weird money really is? The stock market is the most obvious example. Numbers on screens fluctuate based on collective beliefs about future possibilities, determining whether companies thrive or fail, economies expand or contract. It's a massively complex game of shared imagination, but here's the difference. Mess up grammar and you sound odd. Break social rules and you discover some players have been designated as enforcers who've forgotten their playing and believe the rules are absolute reality. This is how authority functions in the cosmic game. Your experience of being controlled, feeling powerless against institutions. This is how consciousness creates variety in its experience of itself. Your resistance, your fight for freedom, your efforts to create a better world, these are also part of the game. The rebel and the authority figure play complementary parts in the same story. Here's the most mind-bending revelation: the absolute inseparability of opposites. There is no inside without outside, no self without other, no experience without experiencer. You experience yourself as contained within your skin. But this is like saying a coin's front exists independently of its back. They're two aspects of one thing that cannot exist apart. Your sense of being individual only exists because there's a world to be individual against. You and the universe aren't separate. You're like the inside and outside of a single process. You're what the universe is doing at your particular location, like a wave is what the ocean is doing at a particular place. Think about your most original idea. Can you trace where it really came from? If you and the universe are inseparable, then the universe isn't doing something to you. It's doing something as you. Every experience, thought, emotion, these are activities of cosmic consciousness exploring itself through your perspective. Your problems aren't your problems. They're the universe's way of experiencing problems. Your joy isn't just your joy. It's cosmic joy expressing itself through your nervous system. Once you grasp this unity, everything shifts. The universe stops being a problem to solve and becomes a spectacle to appreciate. Look at the night sky. Those aren't just pretty lights, they're nuclear furnaces burning at millions of degrees. The light you see left some stars when your ancestors were learning to walk upright. You're looking into cosmic time's deep past. The atoms in your left hand came from a different star than those in your right hand. Your cosmic debris that organized itself into a pattern complex enough to be aware of its own origins. You're the universe looking at itself and wondering where it came from. Pause and look at your hands. You're seeing stardust that learned to see itself. Does this make logical sense? Not really. And that's the point. The universe isn't a logical proposition to be proved. It's a spontaneous celebration happening right now. Cosmic fireworks. And we're not just the audience. We're part of the explosion. From this perspective, your daily anxieties look different. That career worry, relationship drama, 3 a.m. existential dread, These aren't problems interrupting some peaceful state. They're part of the fireworks display, ways the cosmic celebration expresses itself through human consciousness. So what's the point? What's life's meaning if everything is just a cosmic game? Here's the beautiful simplicity most miss. The meaning of being alive is being alive. That's it. Nothing to add, achieve, or become. The fact that you exist right now, with your unique perspective, that's already the complete point. We've been conditioned to think meaning comes from somewhere else. Achievements, relationships, future states. We treat the present like a waiting room until our real life begins. Look around right now. Notice light color, surface textures, sound quality. Notice the ordinary miracle of your awareness itself. The fact that there's something rather than nothing, that matter organized itself to be aware of itself. This is so improbable, so magnificent. It needs no additional justification. Take a moment right now to appreciate that you are conscious. You are the universe aware of itself. Out of all the universe's vast emptiness, cold planets, burning gas giants, and dead stars, you happen to be where matter became sophisticated enough to contemplate its own existence. You're not just observing the cosmic show. You're the universe's way of watching itself. The curve of your eyebrow, your hair's shade, how shadows fall across your hand. These aren't incidental details. They're the point itself. They're what the universe is doing right now, as you. Most search for meaning in the wrong place, in the future, in achievements. But meaning isn't hidden in the future. It's obvious in the present. Your morning coffee, sunlight through windows, rain sounds, laughing with friends. These aren't consolation prizes while waiting for enlightenment. They are enlightenment, disguised as ordinary experience. Children understand this intuitively. They don't wonder if their play is meaningful. They engage with complete attention and curiosity. They know the meaning is in the engagement itself. Here's the final twist. There's no ending to this game, no final level, no ultimate achievement completing the cosmic project. The game continues forever, with endless variations, infinite creativity, boundless exploration of what it means to exist. Every awakening, every realization that you're the universe experiencing itself, that's not the game's end, but a beautiful move in eternal play. The awakened person doesn't leave the game. They play it with complete appreciation for its artistry. But enlightenment isn't permanent. It's like falling in love. It happens in moments. You might wake up tomorrow seeing clearly your eternal consciousness playing at being human. Then by Tuesday you're worried about rent, wondering if you imagined it all. This isn't failure. It's the game continuing. The forgetting is as important as remembering. If you stayed permanently aware of your cosmic nature, human experience would lose its intensity, its ability to surprise and move you. Have you ever had a moment where you felt connected to everything? Share it in the comments. The more you remember it's all a game, the more fully you can play it. When you know you're safe, you can take greater risks. When you remember everyone else is also you in disguise, you can love more freely. So whether you're lost or found, struggling or succeeding, confused or clear, congratulations. You're playing the cosmic game perfectly. There's literally no wrong way, because every experience is the universe exploring another facet of existence. The next time you take your problems too seriously, remember, you're stardust that learned to worry about itself. You're the cosmos experiencing Monday morning meeting anxiety. You're infinity pretending to be concerned about finite things. That beautiful, convincing performance isn't a problem to solve. It's art of the highest order. If this perspective has shifted something in your understanding, if you felt even a glimpse of the cosmic game we're all playing, hit that like button and subscribe. You'll be supporting the universe's attempt to wake up to itself through these conversations. Every subscription, like, and comment is the cosmos reaching out to itself, trying to remember its own nature through our shared exploration. Remember, as you return to daily life, to worries and dreams and ordinary human concerns, you're not alone in this cosmic game. We're all playing it together, temporarily forgetting and occasionally remembering that we're the same consciousness experiencing itself from billions of different perspectives. You're not separate from this universe. You are this universe, having a human experience. That makes you both incredibly precious and eternally safe. Let's continue this cosmic conversation together, because the game is always more fun when we remember we're playing it with ourselves. Until next time, keep playing beautifully.